story about catfishing. I watched this show too on MTV. Not only am I shocked as the amount of things that, like this is new diseases introduced by the era of the internet, but sim, amor? Estou a gravar. Not only I'm shocked at how far people would go so that they can pretend that they are something else, that they are somebody else. But at the same time, I'm shocked at how naive people are. Trust me, like I almost fell for catfishing on Facebook and on MySpace back in the days. I talked for years to some girls just because they were cute, but I had no idea like if they were actually themselves. And at a point, but that's the thing, like I always have this little doubt when I meet people on the internet, because if I didn't see you for real, I'm not gonna believe like so easily that the person on the photo is you. I mean, I don't mind if we're just talking like that, but if you're a girl and back in the days when I was single and we talking, and yeah, I used to talk to this girl. Her name was, I think, Leah on Facebook. She was there, then she disappeared for 6 months. And when she reappeared, all her photos changed. And for years, I was like, this is strange. But at the same time, I didn't mind. I was like, this is strange. It seems like it's not the same person. But I didn't even remember the first person, so I didn't really care. Until one day, I found who was the real model that she was using. Like one day, I don't know, I think that the real model went out with a famous actor, and by that time I was living with somebody, and she told me, hey, I know who's the real one. She's the girlfriend of whatever actor. And then boom. And then I was like, really? Fuck. But then I was asking myself, like, why do they need to do this? What's the point? Well, anyway, I met a few of them. Then I started having, like, back in the MySpace day, I had this trick that some girls that you meet on the internet, they have a way of catfishing you, which is like they use their own photos, but they always picture themselves in angles that you can't really see exactly how the person look like. They look good, but you don't know if they are ugly really, or if they have strange bodies and stuff. So I used to do this. I used to go to dates with girls that had strange photos, or photos that I was not sure. I used to go to dates with 2 guys, and these guys, I know they would eat anything. So I would go there with them, and just like, oh no, they're my friend, they came with me, and they're just gonna have a drink with us 5 minutes. And then by the time I see if the girl looks good, or if actually she's ugly and she has nothing to do with the photos, I would send a message to Sumia. Sumia would call me and pretend that we have a studio session that I forgot, and then I would like, oh, I'm so sorry, oh, I have to go, stay with my friends. And yeah, my friends who would eat anything with. But then crazy story happened this year, 6 months ago. So this girl has been speaking to a guy, and the guy, he doesn't use my name, he doesn't use anything about me, but he takes all the photos from my Facebook and use the photos. So this is harder to find, because usually these people, they want to pretend they're you. So, they do a Kaysha account, and then they use the photos from my show, all my public photos, to pretend that they are me. But this time was different, because the guy had an American name, that was me, and then he was using all the photos from Fali Ipupa, and that was his best friend. And so probably there were Congolese living in America, and yeah, using my photos and Fali Ipupa's photo to pretend that there were 2 Americans. And one day one girl tells me, please, you have to convince my sister that she's not talking to you, because she's been talking with this guy for 6 years, and the guy is using your photos and pretending he's you. But now that I see you on Snapchat, and yeah, I can see that actually you're Kaysha, blah 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 blah. I know your music stuff. I've been introduced from a friend, and then I realized, fuck, that's the guy my sisters have been talking to. But then I realized that you have a different account, and your name is Kaysha and not whatever Paul, whatever the name. I don't remember the name this fucker used. And so I actually spoke to the sister. She sent me a message on Snapchat, like via video. She's like, oh my god, oh, da, da, da. Tell me that this is you, da, da, da. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, my name is Kaysha and not whatever name the guy invented. And no, I never spoke to you on Facebook, and my Facebook is this one. This is my personal Facebook, and this is my artist page. Everything else is fake. The girl was like, oh my god, I've been speaking to this guy for years. I've been sending him photos. I was like, no nudes, I hope. And yeah, but then I asked myself, and I asked the girl, how do you talk for somebody for 6 years on the internet and you never meet? And you become friends, and no, but we talk on the phone, and you know, every time it was going to we were supposed to meet, but something happened. And I was like, exactly. That's how they do. Okay, I don't know what the reason are for people to catfish other people, but this is how it happens. So you use somebody else's photo, you create a fake profile, you make friends, and then you get stuck in the game. Because at a point you make real friends, you meet great people that you would love to hang out with, and sometimes you even fall in love with people on the internet. But what do you do when you realize that? What do you do when you realize that all your friendships are based on a lie? Even if you make true friendships, you're stuck in your own trap. Imagine that you meet the best girl in the world, or the best man in the world, the best person ever, or your best friend that you've been speaking for years, but you pretend that oh, you know, distance is whatever. I'm in LA, you in New York, or I'm in Kathmandu and you in China, whatever. And but one day the person tells you that they have a visa and they're ready to go see you. Now you got to invent stuff. And even you want to meet these people, but you've been lying for them for 6 fucking years. So listen, the first step to this is accepting yourself. Accept who you are, accept how you look, and don't be obsessed by what they give you on television, which is like the fake looks of all these celebrities. And understand that real people, they all look different ways. And you got skinny people, fat people, big booty girls, flat booty girls, cute girls, ugly girls. And ugly in one country can mean beautiful in another country, and vice versa. And some countries, some people prefer different things. Beauty is not a standard. Beauty changes from one place to another. So be you. There's a saying that I love, and it says this: be yourself, because everybody else is taken. And this is my advice to all the people who think it's more comfortable to use somebody else's photo to be out there in the world. Don't impersonate other people, because ultimately you fall in your own trap. And yeah, so of course I had Facebook close these 2 accounts, but this is crazy.